Do the bloody work. It's time to recognize what you want. The next wave of awakening is in flight, that there is going to be a continued chaos. Hello, good evening, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and you may have noticed recently that my YouTube page name has changed. Wasn't my doing. They changed it to some really weird handle, so I've changed it to Lucy Davis 2222. That now aligns to my Facebook page, and it also aligns to my Instagram page, which is where I know a lot of you guys tend to follow me because of the daily lives that I do. How are you? I hope you are all absolutely exceptionally well. First and foremost, before I go on any further, huge apologies for putting this December energy update out slightly late. I'm filming this on the 1st of December. Not ideal, I know, considering we're in the December energies, and we have been for the last few days, really. But travel has been non-stop since the 1st of June. I am on country number 20 tomorrow. Since then. And then I'm going to get some time out over Christmas, which I'm extremely looking forward to. So this, fingers crossed, will be the last mission of 2022 to get the energies in alignment so that we can start stepping forwards. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about what we are here to talk about. The question needs to be asked right now is, how on earth are we already in the December energies? This year has gone so fast. It's gone exceptionally fast. Everyone I've spoken to feels like we're still in spring, despite the cold temperatures, obviously, because it has really dropped here in the UK. I'm not sure if it's because I've just got back from a warm country or if it just has got really, really cold. None of us seem to be able to comprehend how we've wound up in December in just a blink of an eye. Does it feel to you like that you have lived through yet another year? Or are you feeling that somebody has turned the temperature down and the clocks forward and is having a laugh with us? Because that's how I feel right now. It's really weird. I feel as if we should be in the middle of the summer, maybe at a push. Time is going so very quickly. If you are on my mailing list, you would have had an email from me just last week talking around this and how fast the time is going right now and how we can get our body back into alignment if we are feeling slightly out of whack. Please do head over to my website and sign up for my mailing list if you feel drawn, if you'd like to keep up to date with the information that I share. The other thing that I would like to touch on right now is my incredible Self-Love Club membership. The waiting list will be opening in January. Normally by now I've opened the doors for it. However, this program in 2023 is changing very slightly. So if you are somebody who's wanted to come along before, but maybe you haven't been able to, or maybe it was slightly out of your price range, do check us out this year, because there is going to be alternative options for you, which I am really excited about. Also, don't forget, you can get signed up to our beautiful Soul School, which the event is happening, the in-person event is happening on the 4th and 5th of February 2023. However, the program has started. It's not too late, though. You've got another month to be able to sign up before we close the doors for 2023. There is a 30-day program, which is a must. You must do that before you attend the event. The other stuff you can do retrospectively, or you can do it alongside. So don't worry too much if you are like, I really wanted to get going on that, but I haven't signed up yet. You're not behind, you're not late. We are just about to start the coaching and the Zoom calls and the meditations, so you have missed nothing as yet. So let's look backwards first and foremost. How are you feeling after those potent energies of November? My goodness, did it go off last month? People's stuff really did come to the surface. I have noticed so many people that were triggered and that were putting other people down kind of start to take a little step back and go slightly more into their shell. Healing was shown in many, many different ways during the month of November. The time sped up. Things got extremely buoyant. It got quite chaotic in every single realm that I seemed to be in. Obviously I live here, but when I'm in the astral realms, it was chaotic out there as well. There are hundreds of people starting to wake up and see some of the nonsense that has gone on, which is amazing. The next wave of awakening is very much in flight right now, and it's going to be set to continue. I'm noticing people that have been fast asleep in the last few years, all of a sudden coming online and starting to question, starting to look at things that perhaps they haven't looked at before. So let's look at the energies for December. December is going to be extremely similar to November in the sense that things are going to go faster. We are on a go faster mission right now. And I've got to be honest with you guys, it's not necessarily a nice mission to be on because the body is getting slightly out of whack with the energies. So our physical vessel perhaps doesn't look like it used to look, doesn't feel like it used to feel. Perhaps you need more sleep. Perhaps you're finding yourself, having a bit of a sore throat or something which normally you wouldn't do. Please make sure that you are paying attention to your body. The energies are shifting so quickly right now that our physical vessels are struggling to keep up. So do take time out. Do give yourself some love. Do give yourself care, whatever that looks like to you. It might be walking in the forest, it might be spending time with horses, it might be going on a fast, it might be juicing, it might be any number of things, but please do just pay attention to you. It's extremely important right now. Your body, our physical vessels are communicating everything that it needs. I keep stepping into a space whereby I just want to eat fruit. And then I get in my head and I'm like, oh no, I need to eat more than fruit. But if you're just drawn to eating something at the moment, please do just trust that that is what you need to do. One of the key areas that we need to focus on for December is compassion. There is a lot of shifting taking place. There is a lot of noise that is going on. There is a lot of chaos. And the way that we are going to be able to get through this is with compassion, with love for each other. So please do recognize when your ego is piping up and when you are not feeling particularly compassionate. Do get yourself involved in that and remember to come back to heart before you speak with anything that you possibly do. Another key area, and I do believe that I mentioned this in the new moon update, is focus. We need to be focused right now. It's too easy to get distracted. I'm witnessing thousands of people on my social media be completely distracted by things that they've been distracted about over the last few years. It's really important now to get ourselves into alignment and knowing where we're going. And the reason that most people get distracted is because they don't know who they are. They don't know where they're going. They don't know the direction that they need to be stepping in. And it's very easy to think, well, I've just got to step forwards. But it's not always like that because you've got this person over here distracting you and this person over here distracting you. And then you've got a fire burning over there and you've got something happening back here. And it's just, we're all trying to juggle these plates and we're not focused on what it is that we are doing. You know, I'm a really good example of that right now. My focus has been getting this energy work done because I know that that is stepping us closer to the end goal. So I've had to hand over to my coaches and other people to be able to pick up certain pieces of the puzzle for me because I physically cannot focus and do everything well that I need to be doing. Thankfully, I've got an incredible team around me. Talking of that, do the bloody work. This energy is really focusing on the inner work. There are many people that are distracting, they're finger pointing, they're blaming, they're naming, they're shaming. Anybody that is shaming you right now, anybody that is saying you're not good enough, please do know that they are they're showing you how they feel about themselves. Keep on keeping on doing the work with yourself. Now, if you're a bit like, I don't know what that means, how do I do the work? I've got a 5-day breakthrough program. It is £7.77. It is so freaking cheap. You know, anybody can afford to do it. Get somebody to buy it for you for Christmas if you need them to, but do the work. Now, that program is very much about identifying who you are. Like it's just a few simple questions in the form of videos and some homework that basically gets you to start really stepping into a space of like, how am I holding myself back? Why have I done certain things in my life? I've got many, many, many other programs on my website. So please do head over there, www.lucydavis.com, and you can book a 15-minute free breakthrough call with my head coach there. If you do not know what you need to do the work, maybe speaking with her may well be able to help you. I've got loads of calls that are out there at the moment. So if you're waiting for a message back or a call to take place, please just do bear with us. We're getting an unprecedented amount, probably because I'm actually speaking about them for the first time ever. Normally I'm just like, oh, people will know, they'll know where to find. But no, I'm speaking about it because the shift that people are getting off the back of having that call, it's catastrophic. So why wouldn't I share that with you guys? Another very key, important message for December is that we are sowing the seeds of the future right now. Remember, we are at the end of the year. Now is a good time to reflect, but it's also a good time of creation. It's time to recognize what you want and go after it with both, with both hands. I'm a really good example of this right now. I am making huge changes in my life. I have made some huge decisions in just the last few weeks, and I am sowing my seeds of the future. I know what I am doing now is setting me up to live the life that I've always dreamt of, which will inspire you guys to live the life that you've always dreamt of. It's going to remind you that you too have the power. As long as you are certain and you know what it is that you want, you can go on to create whatever it is that you are looking for. We must be focusing on our spirituality right now. Now, I'm not really a fan of the word spiritual. I'll be honest with you. I always have called the work that I do woo-woo to anybody that knows me and loves me. However, you guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about spiritual work. It's very important that we do start recognizing that we are so much more than a physical vessel, that there is a soul within us and there is a lot of connection and disconnection that has taken place. Like I said a minute ago, you can go back and, you can look at any of the programs. There's many other people doing stuff around the world as well. Ask people for your help or for their help, more to the point. Go and watch YouTube videos, go and actually invest in yourself. December is set to be such a huge period of transformation that if you are willing and able to do the work, you are going to experience some of the gold. And I'm going to say it to you like this. Have you ever watched somebody or witnessed somebody go through something and you think, my God, I'd love to experience that? This is what is available to you right now. If you are brave, if you are certain, if you are, prepared to actually look at yourself and give yourself the opportunity to identify what it is that you need, you love, you want, you desire, you will be able to create it. We are in such a huge period of transformation. I'm witnessing it in so many people around the world right now. So it's been quite nice so far, the information that I've given you. One thing that is coming out loud and clear is that there is going to be a continued chaos. The political elements, the financial elements, there is going to be crashes, there's going to be noise, there's going to be hecticness, there's going to be distraction, there's going to be misinformation. It's all going to be going on. And I would really, really, really encourage each and every one of you, when you get in these moments of chaos, to figure out how you get yourself out of it, what I call soul food. That might be grounding, that might be meditation, that might be going for a walk, that might be reaching for your journal. Whatever it is that you need, please do recognize that we are in this period of chaos and we must do whatever it takes for us to feel grounded and for us to feel comfortable. Now, a big theme for December is trust. Now, when I looked at this in slightly more detail, what they basically said to me is it's time to step out of fear and it is time to lean into trust. Again, I'm a really good example of this right now. I haven't been particularly open about certain things that have been going on in my life recently. And, I can't say that I'm ever in fear, but I am leaning into trust. I am trusting so much that everything that I am feeling is going to happen, and it is happening very quickly. So please do remember, when you find yourself getting into your head and you start sabotaging the things that you are actually looking for, the things that you would like to get connected to, please do recognize that that moment of fear is actually stopping you from surrendering into this beautiful space of trust that is actually going to be able to take you on the journey that could potentially change your life. Now we have Solstice on the 21st of this month, and randomly Solstice popped into my mind as I was doing this. Or not randomly at all, it's the same month. Why would it be random? So I decided to just throw this in there, and I'd like you to just bring into your consciousness that Solstice is about light and dark. It's about the shortest and the longest day in whichever hemisphere you are in. It's about bringing the light and bringing the dark and looking at both sides of this. It's the shortest day and the longest day, depending on which side of the planet you are on. It's extremely important. It is potent. I remember last year I was at Avebury on Solstice, and it was huge. It was huge what was going on. I was in Glastonbury. You know, I always tend to be in pretty profound places during solstice. And again, this year I will be somewhere, I won't be in the UK, but I will be somewhere extremely profound doing some work whilst I am, you know, whilst that solstice energy is there. So please do just recognize that we have a hugely buoyant month this month. We have the powers to tap into, we have the creation at our fingertips, and moving on from that is manifestation. I don't know about you guys, and I'd love it if you could comment in the chat box below. But for me personally, manifestation is absolutely off the wall. You can think of something and instantly it's there. You can feel something and instantly it's there. And this is why it's very important that we buck our ideas up and get very clear on what it is that we would like this December. Remember, manifestation doesn't always look like, oh my gosh, I would like to create the abundance to you know, bring in a healing center, or I'd like the abundance to create for Soul School, or I'd like this, or I'd like that. Sometimes manifestation shows up in, oh my God, please hope that doesn't happen. And then, of course, that happens to show you that you need to clean your act up. So I would be focusing very much on cleaning up your thoughts, your actions, and your words right now. What is it that you're saying? What is it that you're doing to create something which is just not in alignment with you? Everything that you're trying to avoid, you are bringing in, good, bad, and ugly. Now, this month is going to, for some, not for all, but for some, it's going to remind you, it's going to be a recognition of why things did not work out how your ego wanted them to. We are going to be noticing the gold in December. We are going to be noticing how sometimes when we thought we were being hurt, we were actually being guided. Again, I've got a really good example of this right now. You know, we've all been brokenhearted in the past. And when you recognize and when you surrender that hurt and that victimhood, all of a sudden something that is more magical than you could ever imagine it to be comes along and bites you on the bottom, for want of better words, and it actually just installs a whole new level of faith within you. And then all of a sudden you recognize why it couldn't possibly have worked out before. So do remember, our ego is there to keep us safe. Our ego makes us pine for things because we know it. Sometimes taking a leap of faith, like I said a short time ago, is the only way for us to do this. Now I'm going to talk about this point, but I'm actually going to personally opt out of this one for December. So in December, I'm seeing lots of adventures. There will be an excitement running through us, whereby we want to go and do things that we haven't done before. We're going to want to go to places that we haven't been before. I am asking for a little bit of time out towards the end of December. Actually, I'm back from my next trip in the middle of December, and then I'm actually going to, fingers crossed, take some time off to ground, to be present with my loved ones and enjoy Christmas for the first time ever. I'm not really a big Christmas fan, but this year it is shaping up to be something completely different to what it normally is. So, you know, just know that the adventure energy is there if you want to tap into it. And no doubt after a couple of days of resting, I will probably want to jump in two-footed and go on, do some crazy things. But I'm also trusting that I'm going to kick back and just allow people to run around after me for a couple of days when I get back from this latest trip. So like I alluded to earlier, or like I suggested earlier, trust is a big deal for December. Trust. If you really struggle with trust, I'm going to ask you guys to focus on a leap of faith. It's time for us to enjoy the fruits of our labors. My goodness, we have done it. You know, we've really had a tough job these last couple of years, these last 3 years, really. It's been, I mean, for some of us, it's been a lot longer than that, but now is the time to take a leap of faith. Now is the time to surrender and just trust, and in the knowing that everything is going to be okay. Even if the fires are burning at that moment where you decide to trust, please, please, please just surrender and trust that it's all going to be okay. Sometimes that leap of faith ends up being the best thing that you could ever possibly do. And again, like I say, at the moment, I feel so grateful that I have been able to take a leap of faith, and it is just perfection. You know, in my world, perfection doesn't exist. So for me to say that is pretty intense. We are quantum leaping into 2023. We are literally quantum leaping. What do I mean by that? We are going so fast. We are jumping through timelines, if you believe in the timelines as the way they are. I see that all of the realms are collapsing, which is why time is speeding up so much, and all of these different past lives and things that we feel we've experienced, they're all coming into one. They're all coming into wholeness, which is why this quantum leap is so very important. We are setting the tone for 2023. We are basically saying, right, what do I want to create in 2023? I've made no secret. 2023, I want to be in the most beautiful, amazingly conscious relationship. I am ready to bring the babies in. I'm ready to, like, I'm not going to say settle down. I'm going to say, you know, be present with the person that I love. I am ready to do all of those things. I'm not sure my soul is ever going to let me settle per se, but you know what I mean. Actually get some roots grounded, you know, focus on creation of this incredible life that we are leading. So, you know, what do you want for your 2023? Have you created it? Have you thought about it? I really have. The only thing that I haven't done is create like a vision board, and I am going to do that, and I'm going to have it on my phone, and I'm going to look at it every single day, and I'm going to bring that bad boy into existence, you know. And I don't mean a bad boy and a man, by the way. I just mean the experience of the vision board. So if you haven't done it, maybe it's something that you would like to do. I love vision boards. I find that they help me get focused. I do them twice a year, every single year, and I absolutely love it, because I get to the halfway mark of the year and I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize I've crossed off all of these things. So do allow that to take place. Embrace possibilities. This month is full of potential and possibilities. So embrace it. Anything that comes up for you and you think, wow, I actually quite fancy that, or God knows how I'm going to do that, but I'd like to do it. Embrace it. Take it on. Allow yourself to get carried away. That's what I would suggest. Allow yourself to get caught up in the moment and ride that cosmic wave of energy that is coming through. You will be able to create a business. You will be able to create extra money. You will be able to do things that you never thought was possible. So please do remember to embrace any of the possibilities. And they come in all different shapes and sizes. They'll come at you from different ways, and you'll be like, why am I being offered this? And it will be because you are being offered a little olive branch to be able to create the life that you dream of. Recognize how you've been holding yourself back. So in December, we are going to get, like I say, this recognition of how you've held yourself back over the years. And that might be, I wasn't brave enough. I know I've held myself back from a relationship because I was still a little bit scared to be vulnerable. And now things are very different. So I recognize that that was how I was holding myself back, and I've done something about it. So grab a piece of paper and start writing these things down. If this is helping you, write down, how do you feel that you've been holding yourself back? How do you feel that you could shift through 2023? How do you feel that you could make things different? Now, December is going to see a massive expansion in our heart. We are going to be so overwhelmed with love because we're going to be around our families. We're going to be around our friends. We're going to start to see the wood through the trees of the nonsense that's been taking place. There are so many of us on the planet right now who are really allowing their hearts to expand. Mine is one of them. And I know lots and lots of other people that are doing the same. We're allowing people to feel the love. We're allowing people to get connected to us. We are allowing this expansion, which is basically impacting the people. I shared a little story on my Instagram live earlier whereby, you know, I've had some of the most magical experiences in the last 10 days when I was away with David Mahoney. And, you know, he actually witnessed the way that people interact and the way that people see me, because my heart is so, it's giving off such a beautiful electromagnetic frequency that people are just being drawn in and they're coming towards and they just want to help. So do know that this is going to be a massive shift of love. Remember, 2023 is the year that we're actually going to be stepping towards the golden age, stepping into love. This year has been about sorting out our shit. And oh my God, has it been one of those years? As we go through December, please focus on self-love and self-care. Please, whatever that looks like to you. For me personally, I'm going to be present. I'm going to be connected. I'm not going to be doing as much on social media. I am going to make sure that I am there through thick and thin to be able to be present with the people that I haven't been present with at all since June of this year. Connect with people, love on people, let people know who you are, what it is that you want, share your deepest, darkest secrets, share stories. Allow yourself to get reconnected with the divine, meditate, take time, be present. All of these things will offer absolute gold for you. Now, I am sticking to this, and I'm going to suggest it to you guys as well. The second half of December, slow down. Take some time out towards the end of the year to just calm down. We have been riding this crazy cosmic wave for such a long period of time that now it is time to embody and just embrace who we are. Make time for you. Carve it out of your day. Make sure that you are enjoying yourself and having pleasure in your life, joyful experiences. You know, I'm a bit of a Scrooge around Christmas, and I'm pretty open about that. I always have been, but allow yourself to get carried away with it. Okay, you might not believe in the Christmas or whatever, but it's the other sides of it. It's the spending time with your family. It's about connection. It's about loving. It's about giving and receiving. You know, look out for the people that have nobody around them. I love to do, when I'm here in the UK, I love to go out and help the homeless, you know, give them some food or give them a jacket or something like that. It's just something that really fires my soul up. So how can you help? How can you make time for you? And, you know, maybe you're a bit like me and you like to help other people with that, and you're in a position whereby you can, like, how are you going to, you know, really take time for yourself to be able to get connected to that thing that you love to do? We've got such a magical month of December. You know, we really do. The Christmas lights are out, the mulled wine is out, the Christmas markets here in Bournemouth are out. Like, it's beautiful out there. Like, how are you going to make sure that you embrace every moment of this? Whether you're a Christmas person or not, like myself, just, you know, figure out how that's going to look for you. What do you need to do? How are you going to get connected? How can you become closer to your family? Now, on Monday evening at 5 p.m. UK time, I'm going to be sharing a very, very special experience that I had with David Mahoney on our video at 5 p.m. UK time. We have been on some magical experiences this year, as you guys know, and it's not stopping yet. So we went on a really amazing experience last week, and we're going to be sharing about it right here on my YouTube channel on Monday at 5 p.m. If you go to the tab that says live videos, it's already out there. You can like the video and you can get notified as to when we go live, but it will be at 5 p.m. on Monday, the 5th of December. So if you are around and if you want to watch that, please, please, please do join us. It's so much fun when you guys are live with us. However, it will be there for those of you who want to watch it back because you're not free at the time. So, ladies and gents, I have probably forgotten lots and lots of different things here for the December update, but hopefully I've covered off quite a lot of things that will help you. Let me know if there's anything else that you're feeling from the December energy. Oh, there is one thing. There is a lot of agitation. There is a lot of agitation that's taking place, like arguing or people wanting to be heard or stamping their feet, having a bit of a temper tantrum. So if you are seeing people like that, just observe and do not consume, as I always suggest to you. The last thing I wanted to share with you guys is Conscious Conversations is popping off right now. It's my membership program that costs £11.11 a month. That's it. You get a weekly Zoom call with me on a Monday, and people are having huge shifts in there right now with the content that we're talking about. I can help you guys. It's kind of like a coaching thing, but I also share lots of information, and I can speak so openly without having to curb my language or anything like that for fear of my channels being taken down, because it's just me and my Zoom and you guys. So if you do want to join us, please do check out the description field for anything that I've spoken about. The links will be in there, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday live with the gorgeous David Mahoney. Have a beautiful evening, ladies and gents. I will see you in the next video. Lots of love.